And we are live. Greetings, Otaku Faithful. Thank you for joining me again this week. Once again, it's Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief.
And animerick here, guys. Here to do this small council discussion video.
And so am I. Bonk on I-22.
Okay, y'all got to help me with these introductions. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this one more time. Greetings, Otaku Faithful. This is Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief.
And animerick, the fluffy otaku.
Bonkai 922, King of Bonkais. There you go.
It needs work, fellas. It needs work. Anyway, but we are here to kick off another small council video segment right here on Otaku Weekly. And as always, here to bring you the latest in this week's small council video segment. And topic for this week, this is our roundtable discussion for Game of Thrones Season 4, Episode 2, entitled The Lion and the Rose. So just like in last week's small council video segment, we are going to pretty much go around the table, starting things off with our overall thoughts on the episode, general thoughts on the episode as a whole. Then we'll each take turns bringing up individual topics for discussion as it pertains to said episode. So, Rick, start us off with your general thoughts on Episode 2.
I thought the episode was extremely well done. What the episode, I think, did very well, and you can't help but compare it to the Red Wedding, and I think this actually was executed better than the Red Wedding episode, being that, first off, the whole theme of death was throughout the episode in various ways. You had Theon with his the sense of death with as a person, Stannis with the sacrifices, and so forth and so on, and then of course with the actual wedding itself, the tension, the way it was built upon as to where the Red Wedding was as good as it was and as amazing an experience as it was a shock value. As to where the Purple Wedding was an actual setup throughout the episode and how. So in that sense, I would put it over the Red Wedding, and I just really, overall as a whole, really enjoyed the episode.
That's an interesting point you brought up about the whole death thing. I mean, the whole series is laced with death, but I didn't catch that in the episode. Wow. All right, Bonkai, what do you think?
Overall, Rick's right. This was a really good episode. I mean, the thing that got me was I just thought to myself, Joffrey is being a real douche here. Like, this can't. Something has to give here, because he was just. It was like he was saying, it was building up. Also, majority of the episode, like we were saying, I liked how it was done. Also, I liked how, when you go from Bran to Stannis, every different element in the episode was done within that kind of death kind of feeling. Mm-hmm. When you think about it, because you have Bran, you have Stannis, and so on and so forth. So yeah, great episode. True point.
Right. And my general thoughts on the episode were, I mean, it's like I said in my review, I found it to be awkwardly good, and I said awkwardly good, and actually this actually even works in what you guys meant about with this reoccurring theme of these deaths that occur throughout the episode. See, that's awkwardly enough in itself. But I mean, yeah, there were a lot of scenes in the episode that were kind of difficult to watch. The scene where we see the servant girl get torn apart by Ramsay's dogs. The scene when Stannis' brother-in-law is burning on a frickin' pyre. And then, of course, the Purple Wedding was like a bad joke that just wouldn't end until we finally got the punchline. So, like I said, it was awkward to sit through some of these scenes, but despite that, it was still a solid episode.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, Rick. So kick off our roundtable discussion. What's the first thing you want to talk about in regards to the Lion and the Rose?
I want to touch on Stannis because it does seem like it's the same shit as you said in your review. Mm-hmm. But the one thing I caught on was this is the first time that it almost seemed like there were doubts in Stannis' head about is the Lord of Light the way to go, because he had to sacrifice his brother-in-law. I think that was the first moment when even Davos was like, "Is this right?" You know. But what I found interesting is that we do learn that his daughter is not akin to the Lord of Light religion, and of course her mother wants to punish him, and Stan's like, no. And so we've learned that there is a line that Stannis will not cross, and that's his daughter. And I came to the conclusion that if there's at any time if anything's going to stir Stannis away from the Lord of Light religion, I feel it's going to be his daughter. That's like what's keeping him like on the fence, like not go holding, like on the level of Melisandre. He had that love for his daughter, and I found it interesting. I really do hope that if Stannis isn't going to get involved with, the defense against the White Walkers, which is what we thought he was going to do as the way the season 3 ended, and they go more with, this diversity with, him questioning the Lord of Light, that would be really interesting, and I think his daughter, though, is the key to that, to maybe stirring away from Melisandre, because to me, that's like the line he will not cross. So I found that interesting within the Stannis. But I do get where you're coming from, that it is the same thing with Stannis, that there's no real story. There has been no real story progression whatsoever with Stannis in season 3.
There has. I mean, he's been licking his wounds for an entire season. Okay,
exactly.
We get it. You got your ass kicked at Blackwater. Big fucking whoop. Man the fuck up and get back into the fucking fold. Nah, he's. What did he do last season?
Nothing. He did nothing.
He didn't do anything.
Not a damn thing. Hell, Melisandre did more shit than he did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially.
So.
And do you think the Lord of Light has something to do with the reason why his daughter is disfigured? That's one thing I was questioning too, because they briefly touched upon it, like they just mentioned it, and I was like, when I first saw his daughter, I was like, why is did she get burnt or something? I don't know. It's like is it a burnt? I mean, it just looks like almost.
Yeah, it looks like a burn.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I wonder about that too. So.
But I mean, was she born like that, or was it an accident?
Yeah. They mentioned something, like Melisandre mentioned something like about, and I don't remember. I remember her because I remember her touching the daughter's face in their conversation and whatnot, and talking to Zoro, he thinks that maybe Melisandre convinced her at that moment. I don't think, because his daughter is really, she likes to learn things. She's very inquisitive, like she reads a lot of books and everything, and I just think she took it as like kind of a learning experience to get a point of view. But I don't think she's like now she's going to conform to the Lord of Light.
Of course not. Of course not. But I don't know. I mean, you could say that Stannis' daughter being deformed might have something to do with the Lord of Light. But then again, I would raise the question: how many deformed people are there in Westeros before the Lord of Light was even mentioned?
Right. True.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, Bankai, what do you have to add?
I want to I'm trying to think now. You know what? Fuck it. Let's talk about Reek.
Oh God.
Talk about Reek. Let's talk about Reek now. I really am looking forward to Lord Bolton, and his son, because this connection, we haven't really seen it to a greater extent in Game of Thrones, between a bastard and his father.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna see this develop as we go along. But that was like, it's amazing how freaking fucked up Ramsay, what he did to Theon. He fucked him up so bad that he couldn't kill Ramsay. He had a perfect opportunity to kill him. Razor in hand, neck, couldn't do it. It blew me away when that happened. I was like, wow.
I don't think that was that surprising. I mean, there have been multiple times throughout the series where a character could have killed another character and they never did it. So,
yeah. I mean, sure, I'll go as far as to say I think Theon is probably a better fighter than Ramsay in general. It's just that Ramsay broke Theon.
Yeah, he broke him.
He mentally broke Theon to where he's weak now. And that was such an example. I mean, the Reek stuff, showing how broken Theon is. With that scene, though, I was really intrigued by how Ramsey. We saw a different side of Ramsey in that scene, as opposed to where like how he's one of those bastards that wants his father's approval, kind of thing. That was interesting. So, but that whole scene was, honestly, I think that scene was probably the best out of the three other scenes outside of the Purple Wedding. I think because that.
You think so?
I do because like you learned a lot of things because obviously Ramsey and Bolton are going to be mainstay characters now, and we're finally introduced to Ramsey and Bolton's relationship, which I found interesting. And then of course I was thrown through a loop because it's not Ramsey that's going to look for Rickon and Bran like they showed in the trailer. It's actually Bolton's right-hand guy, the guy who cut Jaime's hand off, which I can't remember we ever got his name.
Mm-hmm.
That actually kind of threw me for a loop. I thought it was going to be the other way around. And Ramsey actually is going to get some men and try to take, of course, some of some of the lands that they lost to the Greyjoys.
Yeah.
I can't. Well, first off, I really don't see Bolton and Ramsey being mainstay characters. I don't. They'll be dead within 2 seasons. I'm almost positive about that. And that's not because of anything like specific that was said or anything specific that was done. Well, wait a minute, let me rethink that, because there was a spoiler that I learned about at the end of last season. And assuming that happens this season, then yeah, Bolton will probably be dead by next season. Maybe. Anyway, but the point I'm trying to make is they never came across as mainstay characters. You know what I mean? They were pretty much the hand of cards we got dealt in last season, and we just haven't folded them yet.
Well, when I say mainstay, though, the reason why I think that Bolton is going to have the North now. Now, obviously, Bolton's story this season is getting the North, because we learned, of course, Tywin, like, I'll give you the North, but you got to take that shit back on your own. You're on your own on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, Bolton and Rand are going to have some sort of story this season. So that's why I think they'll be around for a while. So maybe mainstay was a wrong word, but I think they will be around for a bit.
Yeah, probably for this season. Probably for this season. Yeah. And maybe for next season. But I can't imagine them still being around by a Dance of Dragons.
Oh, no. Okay, yeah. All right. I can see
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't see that. But yeah, but the whole, and see, dude, and that's why I can't really get myself to care about those characters. Yeah. Because to me, they're just filler for the moment. You know what I mean? I just don't care about him. Ramsey is a fucking batshit crazy. Hell. Yeah, he's just sort of a despicable psychopath. Dude.
Maybe that's why I find Ramsey, because I like characters. Like, some of my favorite characters are psychopaths, like Dexter, Patrick Bateman. I find those kind of characters is interesting to watch. So maybe that's why. And Ramsey is probably the best portrayal of a true psychopath within the series. So that's why I personally find Ramsey a bit interesting. Wait,
but
he's a psychopath.
Patrick Bateman, American Psycho?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because at first when you said Bateman, I was like, wait, doesn't he mean Norman Bates? I was like, no. I was like, who's Patrick Bateman? Oh, American Psycho. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, that's just my whole thing. Don't get me wrong. The scene was good. Mm-hmm. And seeing how that whole relationship plays out from a political standpoint was interesting. But as far as the characters themselves, Bolton, don't give a shit about him. I'm actually hoping he gets his just desserts.
I want Walter Frey to fucking get the Theon treatment.
Snow, I just don't care about. Because like I said in my reviews last season, I found him to be a huge disappointment. He was completely the opposite of what I thought his character was going to be. And then as far as Theon, I mean, it's kind of late for them to try to win sympathy points from me for Theon after what he pulled in season 2.
So you never forgave Theon for what he did?
Nope.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Nope. I mean, I understood it, but I never forgave him for it.
Yeah.
Not really. Okay, so I guess it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, my favorite part of the episode, as I mentioned in my review, my favorite part of the episode was what happened with Bran. That had to have been probably the most interesting thing seen with Bran since we found out his abilities in last season. Now, don't get me wrong. That's not to say that, you know, the whole action sequence we got with Bran and Rickon and Summer and Shaggy Dog when, you know, they were helping Jon and whatnot. No, that was cool. But I'm talking about, when you're talking about a level of intrigue, this episode had to have the second best since we found out Bran was a warg. Because all, like, when he touched that tree, dude, I'm sorry, that scene kind of changed the game. And I don't know if it's described like that in the books, but from what we got in the show, dude, you know, prior to this scene, we knew that Bran had the ability of premonition, that he could see things before they happen, or at least he got hints about things before they happen. And then we knew about his warg ability, that he could pretty much take over the mind of an animal. But I mean, the scene when Bran touched the tree, dude. Now we saw past scenes. We have future visions, and then of course the coup de grace was the voice speaking to him. See, now we have the so now it feels like Bran can see into the past as well as the future, and that he has telepathy. That's the biggest thing that got me right now. The possibility that Bran could be a telepath.
Yeah.
Because think about it. What he does with Summer is a form of telepathy, but what I'm talking about is just straight up like mind communication, mind reading. Yeah, that would be fucking awesome. Yeah, that was my favorite scene. I'm sorry, it was awesome. Also, right. I always find it funny how they keep trying to. I'm sorry, they try so hard to make me believe that Bran is, you know, only a year or so older, and it's like, no, this is bullshit. I'm sorry. Every time I see Bran, I have to laugh at that because, see, this is the problem you run into when you cast a child star right before they hit puberty. Because Bran looks older and older with every season.
Season 3, I literally thought they recast Bran. I really did.
You did?
I literally thought they recast Bran in season 3. Like, did they?
Oh,
because he looks that different. I mean, like, he's going into his face. His hair's getting longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is Bran supposed to be by now? 12, I think. 12. I think he's supposed to be 12 because I think it's only been 2 years since season 1, right?
Yeah, that's the one thing I've said multiple times. Game of Thrones time, the passage of time is so hard to scale in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
it really is.
I mean, I find it the easiest way to do so is the traveling. Yeah,
because I know it's a month from Winterfell to King's Landing. It takes a month to get to the point to those 2 locations.
Yeah, so I would just say that it's all based off of the like the traveling. That's how you can pretty much tell. But yeah, I mean, Bran is still supposed to be. I mean, I don't think he's supposed to be a teenager at this point in the story, and clearly the motherfucker looked 15.
Now, I found the Bran stuff really interesting because, like, it's obvious to me at least. I think Bran is a different ward than the Reed Boy or the one we saw with the Wildlings because he seems to have more abilities. And like with the Reed Boy, we've only seen him do telepathy. We haven't seen him go with the animals. We know he can talk to animals the way he calmed down with Summer and whatnot. But we've seen Bran do so much more over since we've been introduced to these abilities, to where there's something very special about Bran.
Mm.
I think he's more than just a ward, because we look at all these other things. He saw the past, present, and future. With when he touched that, I think that was a were tree, like the ones in Winterfell.
Yeah, it was.
So I do like, and some people actually find Bran's story boring because it's such a slow pace. And I totally disagree, because that's the fantasy in addition to Daenerys, that's the other fantasy tie-in to the series. And this is the closest we're learning to magic in Westeros. I mean, despite the stuff that Melisandre does, this is the other form of magic that we're learning about in Westeros. So I find it extremely interesting. But I agree that maybe if the pacing would be picked up a little bit, but at the same time, I look at the series, it's just like the White Walkers. I don't get hyped when I see White Walkers because it's not their time yet in the story.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end game. And come end game, Bran, I think, will be extremely powerful.
Yeah, I mean,
and I really enjoy seeing that progression.
Wasn't it the Reed boy's sister who said, "Oh, you, if you die in the wolf, you'll be gone"?
Yeah, we learned about the limitations too with going inside animals, we're setting up the rules and stuff now too, which is what I found interesting. There are limitations to what they can do as far as going into animals and everything.
And she said, you shouldn't leave. You're very important.
Right.
Wait,
you know what, Ryan?
You shouldn't what?
She said to him, "You're very important. Remember your father, your mother, your sister."
Mm-hmm.
You know what reminded me of, Larry, though?
What?
Remember Animorphs? If you stay in animal form too long, you get stuck in animal form?
Yeah. I mean, see, I thought of something different when they said it. I was like, oh, that's Earthsea.
Oh, see, I've only seen that crappy sci-fi movie. I haven't read the books of Earthsea.
Yeah, that's in they talk about that in the book, that if whenever they do a true change, if they stay in the animal too long, they'll end up becoming said animal. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But now hang on a minute. You said that Jorgen's power was telepathy, right?
No, that's that's all we've seen him do. When he goes, he's gone.
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember Jorgen doing any. I don't remember him doing anything other than premonition either. Because I remember
he went into Bran's dream, and then he talked to he like communicated like with Summer. Remember, he calmed Summer down when they first met.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess that couldn't you call that telepathy? Because he was able, when he didn't say anything to Summer, he just looked at Summer, and Summer became comfortable with him.
I'm not sure.
And then going into someone's dreams, that's a form of telepathy.
Yeah, that is. I completely forgot that. Because I only remember the scene. You remember the scene when he kind of like just kind of like fell out? Yeah, exactly. When he had that little seizure.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only. I completely forgot the other two.
Yeah, like I said, he doesn't really use his ability. He doesn't really use his ability. Like he keeps making Bran, I guess, because he wants Bran to learn, I guess. So maybe he can do those things too. He just wants Bran to tap into his abilities and learn how to use them more. So I mean, you could say that too. But Bran just seems to be capable of so much more than the other wards that we've seen, which we've only seen two other ones. The one with the wirelings and Jordan.
Yeah, and we still don't know what the hell is really going. I mean, did we ever learn what the hell the Reeds were really about? I mean,
well, from what I heard, the Reeds are family, friends, and bannermen of the Starks.
Okay.
So they have like I guess a debt. That's why they're helping. They're helping Bran, I guess. That's what I'm assuming, though. But that's the only thing I know about the Reeds. They were at one time bannermen of the Starks.
Okay. Let's see. I mean, I guess everyone's waiting for us to talk about Purple Wedding. I mean, that's why everyone's watching. I just wanted to cover all my bases before we jumped into that discussion because we're going to be here a while with that one.
Jamie, I'm not surprised that he was bluffing him through the whole time in episode 1, which we learned about. I'm not surprised by that.
That he was what?
Well, remember in episode 1, Two Swords, he claimed that he's not as good, but he could still fight.
Right.
This episode we learned pretty much was bullshit the whole time. He can't do shit. You know, and then that shows the relationship between him and Tyrion. How like Tyrion's the only person that Jamie can trust, and vice versa. They truly, so where Jamie could be comfortable, look, I can't do shit, but I don't think he would tell anyone else that but Tyrion. And of course, I did like how Bronn and him were, the little training thing, Bronn and stuff. That was interesting. And of course, Bronn is Bronn. I always like when Bronn comes on screen because he's always got at least one good line. We're like, yeah.
That reminds me. There is something I do want to talk about that I forgot to mention in my review, and that's the thing with Shay.
Oh,
dude, Shay's dead. I'm calling it now. Calling it. Let's see. Friday, April 18th, 2014, 7:58 p.m. Central Standard Time. Shay's dead. I'm calling it. Because here's the thing, I completely forgot about it because check this out. All right. Remember at the breakfast when Cersei was talking to Tywin about Shay when she pointed her out to him?
Yeah.
And right. He said, make sure that you bring her to my quarters before the wedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when did we find out from Bronn that she was sailed away?
At the wedding. At
the wedding. That's the only time we actually got a fucking confirmation. And given that it came from fucking Bronn, I don't really trust that.
Oh yeah, because I mean, like in the day, I could see Bronn betraying Tyrion.
It ain't got nothing to do with betrayal. It only has something to do with one thing.
Gold dragons.
Bronn is a sail. Dude, remember?
Yep.
Remember in season 2? Tyrion asked Bronn, he said, if I ordered you to pull a baby from his mother and to kill him, would you do it without question? And Bronn said, oh, I wouldn't do it without question. I'd ask how much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm calling it now. Shay's dead.
Oh my god. That's fucked.
Hey, I would not be surprised. Wow. I mean, we haven't seen the last of Shay. No, definitely. I don't think she's gone. And it's gonna be I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Well, and we know from trailers that Tyrion is gonna get pushed to his limit this season.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like his breaking point. We've seen that from the trailers alone. Yeah. Tyrion is gonna reach his breaking point, and someone's gonna snap.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that could definitely be the trigger to make Tyrion just, you know what? Fuck you all. I'm fucking you all up now.
Yep. And that's what made me think about that, because that scene in the trailer when Tyrion says, if you want justice, you've come from the right place. And he's almost crying.
Right.
As he said it. I'm like, what the fuck could have happened to provoke that type of reaction? And then this shit with Shay pops up this episode. I'm like, that's what it is. I'm telling you. That's what it is. But in all honesty, I never really cared for Shay to begin with. So.
Shay started annoying me in season 3.
By season 3, I was. Yeah, she just annoyed the hell out of me.
Her jealousy and everything. Yeah. That just got old.
Got really old, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's see. How much time do we have? Oh, we should be at our 30-minute marker. All right. So, for the 102 of you all watching this, clearly, I want us to talk about Purple Wedding. That's what everyone's been waiting for. That's what everyone's been. I'm sure the comments Everybody like, when the fuck you gonna get to it? I'm tired of waiting. Scout's falling. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, all right. So let's talk about the purple wedding.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. Well, here's my first question for y'all. Did you guys see that coming?
All right. Honestly, if you really watch the trailers, yes. They didn't. HBO did not do a good job of hiding this.
No,
if you watch all the trailers, I don't know if you watch them because there's like 5 trailers. They did like 5 trailers this season.
Mm-hmm.
HBO did not do a very good job of hiding the fact.
Well, yeah, that's true.
It was
really?
very obvious. And within the episode itself, because he was so like. Honestly, this is the most out of control we ever saw Joffrey in this episode.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
There were death flags. Like,
He's...
yeah, this is the most Joffrey was. I've never seen Joffrey this out of control before. Like, he was just running amok, and it kind of like fucked with his character the way because like in season 3 you could tell, and Marjorie was trying to teach Joffrey the importance of a public image. And to like calm things down a little bit, and it seemed like it was working to an extent. I mean, Joffrey's still Joffrey, but it seemed like Margie was a positive influence on him. And then in this episode he reverts back to the pompous bag of dicks that he is.
Yeah.
And it was just like all that stuff they did in season 3 with him and Marjorie just went out the window. And Margie for the whole episode is on damage control, so it's just like, I don't know. I mean, that's the one thing that kind of threw me off about the whole thing.
Well, I mean, that's easy enough to solve, dude. All the stuff between Marjorie and Joffrey in season 3, that probably was fucking filler. That's probably not in the books.
Possibility. Yeah, that's a possibility.
Those were probably scenes that the writers went ahead and put in there so that they could, space stuff out, fill in the gaps and shit. Just like the Tywin Arya scenes in season 2.
Mm. Oh, those were straight filler?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I was told.
I know the Dany stuff was filler. Not all the Dany stuff was filler, but most of it was in season 2.
Mm.
So yeah, and I mean, and dude, this episode was written by Martin, so
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was accurate to.
Oh, no, yeah, I agree.
More accurate to what was in the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
now,
that's considered too.
I want to bring this up. When that all went down, the one who picked up the cup was Sansa.
Mm-hmm.
So I was sitting there, I was watching the episode. My fellow looks at me, he's like, "Andrew, it's her. She's the one who did it. She's the one." And I'm looking, I'm like, "It's Sansa." I'm like, "What?"
Sansa doesn't have the balls.
I'm like, "Well, wait a minute. No, that doesn't make sense. It can't be her."
Sansa doesn't have. I don't care. Sansa doesn't have the ball. Like, I mean, that would be totally like a left field with her character.
That would have been.
I mean,
God. If that really happened, like, Larry, you would have had a.
Okay.
I'm thinking about it because last
Hang
week,
on.
you know.
I'm gonna let y'all two finish. I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna be right back in like a minute, literally in a minute.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh man.
I don't think we should go over the list of suspects yet. We don't talk about Cersei though. I will say this. Bitch mode 2000, Super Saiyan bitch mode 4. Like that was Cersei.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I was waiting for her hair to go straight up and lightning bolts to start coming out of her because she was on a rampage too. Like she just did not like the fact. I mean, her time was over and she was like, "Nah, I'm going out with a bang though." It's like, with the whole thing with Meister Pascal and whatnot, how she's like, "I am the queen is telling you." Her interaction with Brienne, Cersei was just a fucking monster, like bitch mode.
She was.
The Brienne stuff, that's just jealousy. That's just Cersei being Cersei. But
make that 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
But I don't know. Like, it's gonna be really interesting to see where she goes from here now, though, because, and I want to get Larry's opinion, but technically, I think the power now goes back to Cersei because of her son.
Yeah.
Technically, her son now is next in line for the Iron Throne. So, does Marjorie become Queen Regent? But I technically I think it will be Cersei.
What about Tywin?
That, well, okay, Tywin. See, okay, with Ned. Remember with Ned. Ned was given by Robert and made protector of the realm, which is acting king more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Tywin could assert himself as protector of the realm as well, because he can bitch out Cersei, like, sit down, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna handle things because your son is too young. So when your son becomes of age and is properly trained, whatever how I want to run the kingdom, then he can do. Until then, I'm going to run the show.
Yeah.
Because in the trailer we did see Tywin on the throne.
Yeah.
I don't. But see, the thing too, I don't think Tywin. I know we said we're going to talk about suspects when Larry comes back, but I'm ruling Tywin out because Tywin is. I think he's perfectly content with his role.
All right.
I think Tywin is. If you look at some of the scenes in season 3, and even his conversation with Jamie in episode 1, I think he's content with the fact that his time is coming to an end, and he's ready to he wants Jamie to carry on his legacy, but Jamie of course has his own thing, but he knows that his time is coming to an end. He knows it himself. I will probably not return to Castle Rock because of my duties as Hand of the King. So I don't think Tywin honestly had a hand whatsoever in the death of Joffrey. I'm ruling Tywin out right now. That's just my personal opinion. He is content with running things behind the scenes, and as far as Tywin becoming protector of the realm, I would see him doing that in the sense that as much of a bag of dicks as Tywin is, that would be the best case for the realm within the Lannister family, is that he becomes protector of the realm as acting king, as opposed to Cersei and her son trying to rule things.
Oh, you talking about Tywin taking over now that Joffrey gone?
Yeah, but I honestly don't think Tywin's a suspect whatsoever.
No.
So killing Joffrey?
Yeah, I don't think he.
Absolutely not. Why would he be?
Because Tywin can control Joffrey easily. He doesn't need to kill Joffrey.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah. He doesn't need. He can. And I don't think Tywin wants to be king. He's perfectly. I think Tywin, like I was telling Bankai, Tywin is the only person content with the fact my time is coming to an end. He's pissed off that Jaime won't step up and take Castle Rock and everything and carry on his line. Yes, but at the same time he knows my time is ending, and unlike Cersei, he's okay with that. Because he's already established a great legacy in his opinion.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants someone to carry on the legacy. That's his main concern. But I can see him asserting himself as protector of the realm.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. So when I left, we were talking about I guess the suspects discussion had kicked off.
Well, I wanted to wait for you, Larry. So I was like, we were talking about Cersei and how she was just in Super Saiyan 4 bitch mode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't want to, I didn't want to start that without you. But I did mention though. What do you think though? Will Margie be made Queen Regent, or it goes back to Cersei because of her son? Correct?
Yeah. Because one of my viewers, I don't know if it was a message or if it was a comment that they left that I read, because I did read some of the comments on my review, and they said that Marjorie can't be Queen Regent because she doesn't have a son for Joffrey.
Right.
And so because now that Joffrey is gone, it pretty much turns back into the same scenario that it was with Robert, where the king's gone now, and he doesn't have an heir, because remember, Robert never had a legitimate heir. So then it passes on to the brother. So Tomlin is actually the next king by law, anyway.
Yeah, but he's only like 7 or 8.
Yeah, so you can imagine You can imagine all the problems that'll cause.
Yeah, so I can see Tywin telling Cersei to back up and asserting himself as protector of the realm, which is pretty much acting king.
Yeah.
The acting king for the time being.
Well, no, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think no, this is literally it. I think that Tomlin will become king, and that Tywin will rule through him.
The same way he's kind of doing with Joffrey, in a sense.
No. See, Joffrey was a teenager, and the funny thing about teenagers is they some really angsty fuck motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They just wake up and they're pissed off for no damn reason.
That is true, John.
They like to blame everyone for their fucking problems. They're self-entitled fucking cunt snuffers. I don't even know what a cunt snuffer is. I just made up a new insult. But yeah, they're little shits. They're little pestilent shits.
Right.
And it's a lot harder for someone to sort of, I mean, because literally teenagers have to be like all the time. You gotta these niggas all the time. So it's kind of hard for you to get them to do what you want them to do. But with an adolescent child, easy squeezy lemon peasy.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't have to. Actually, see, here's the funny thing I've learned about adolescent children. You'd be surprised. You don't even have to tell them to do shit. You can ask them to do stuff and they'll do it.
No, yeah.
Because that's before the angst. When the fucking hormones emerge, so do the angst. And that's when the motherfuckers become insufferable.
Yeah. Now, I want to bring something up. This was because of the trailers that came out before it started airing season 4. We see a scene with Littlefinger, and he's like, I don't know if it's King's Landing or he's in the north, but he's outside, and he says, "Oh, what we'll do for the ones who hurt the ones we love." And it's
that brings up my theory. This is my suspect theory. In the preview, or in the recap, we saw they emphasized the fact the Fool gave Sansa that piece of jewelry.
Right.
The Fool came, and then of course we saw Lady Olenna, come over, and if you look closely, she did something. She took something off Sansa, and she was by the cup up before Joffrey drank it. And then of course when all the chaos started, the Fool came to Sansa, "Let me take you out of here." We know that Littlefinger has a relationship with the Tyrells. We know that Olenna does not approve of Joffrey whatsoever. She knows Joffrey's a monster. A big conspiracy, and we know that Littlefinger wants Sansa. I can't see the Fool having the resources or the ideals to do this. So what if this was Littlefinger's plan to throw the kingdom in chaos and get Sansa to him?
I had
and the Tyrells. See, the outcome though.
Dude, I had viewers comment on my review. Like, somebody said Littlefinger did this, and somebody said Lady Olenna did that. I pretty much just ignored all of that because there's no evidence of it. Not even within the episode. Like the scene you're talking about, I don't even recall. And yeah, they said something. I heard somebody wrote something about the necklace was poisoned, which that don't make no fucking sense to me. How could the necklace be poisoned when fucking Sansa would have had to touch that necklace to put it around her neck, and there she was eating? You see what I mean?
Yeah. I just all right. I summed that all right. What gets me is the Sansa leaving thing, because we know Littlefinger wants Sansa, and okay, he failed. His first attempt failed. Do you really think Littlefinger's going to give up after the first try?
Mm-hmm. No. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the Sansa thing isn't suspicious. Of course that's suspicious. That's one of the first fucking things I caught. I was like, wait a minute. if Joffrey's getting, if Joffrey was just poisoned, why would the fool feel the need to grab Sansa? Of all people, out of everyone there, why would he go to Sansa?
Right.
And why would he feel that she might be in danger?
Mm-hmm. And the thing that like made me look at that a little bit harder in my second watch, because I didn't get it on my first watch. My second watch, though, the recap, the recaps, they show things that are going to play some sort of role
in that episode. Yeah.
Yeah, they did the same thing in Two Swords.
Mm-hmm.
I think they showed Needle in Two Swords, and there, lo and behold, Arya got Needle back.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes me think that plays some kind of role in this whole conspiracy.
The necklace?
And Littlefinger, he hires people to do things for him.
Mm-hmm.
And give Fool the resources, and yes, obviously he would definitely take the opportunity to kill Joffrey just for his own personal, satisfaction for what Joffrey did to him. I could see him working for. The only thing though that with Olenna is, if the Tyrells are involved, it's a miscalculation on their. It's a huge miscalculation on their part, because then they don't get what they want, which is a place on the Iron Throne.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Because now Marjorie can't be queen. Yup.
Exactly. And
see, and that was one of the reasons. That was one of the reasons why I was like, I don't see Lady Olenna being involved in that, because if that's the case, then that means Marjorie can't be queen.
But
and you really think they're going to do the Loras and Cersei thing after that?
Nah, Cersei's not marrying Loras.
Oh yeah, I mean it's still arranged. I've been saying it since the episode when Tywin came up with the plan. I'm like, she gonna find a way out of that. I know she is.
And besides, Lawrence was eyeing Martell.
He was. Did you see it though? Didn't Oberyn glance back at him like, I see you.
Yo, he's like, yo, what's up, bro? Oh my god, that was funny. That was funny.
No, and see, here's the thing. In the same fucking episode, the same half of the episode, you got Loras was checking out fucking Oberyn, and then there was the whole thing about Brienne and having feelings for Jaime. I'm like, Renly ain't been dead for 2 seasons yet. And both you motherfuckers jumped ship. Renly ain't been dead. I don't think Renly's been dead for 15 episodes yet.
I honestly though, I think that's a misassumption by I don't think Brienne loves Jaime. I personally don't. I think it's a true friendship. I don't think Brienne has feelings for Jaime. That's just me. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's what they're trying to set up. Like I said, I don't care for it, but that's just a taste issue.
If it does happen, I call filler.
Yeah.
You think so? Because this is the first time that it's actually mentioned in the series. Because another one of my viewers commented on that. They said that the reason why the scene works so much, it's not just the fact that Cersei was the one who said it to Brienne, and that she finally got it out in the open. But no, the viewer said that that's probably the first time Brienne ever heard it. You know what I mean? Like she
really thought about it. Okay, all right.
Until Cersei told her,
and then she really thought about it. Like, do I? Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, see, I didn't think about it like that. It's like maybe she didn't even fucking know what was going on. But the thing is, like I said, it brings it all back to my original statement. Martin wrote the episode himself. So
okay, no, yeah, you are right there. You are right. Yeah, that is true. This entire episode, what should have been canon if Martin wrote it? Everything in this episode should have been canon. All right, fair enough. Not to change the subject of the subject though, but I love that interaction between Oberyn, Cersei, especially the way Oberyn just dogged Cersei. That was awesome.
Yeah. When he told her, he said, He said something about like wearing that crown on your head for so long has made your neck kind of crooked.
But he's like, basically, you ain't queen, you just Lady Cersei now.
You just Lady Cersei now.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Matter of fact, that episode is on right now, they might be at that part, but I want to see that scene. He was like, it must have made your neck kind of crooked. And she looked at him like, and dude, you know how she always does the eyebrow thing. She looked at him like, what? Oh man, yeah, no, that was definitely an exchange with like loaded.
I found it funny. He didn't even attack. Like, all right, it's obvious that he hates Tywin more than any of the other Lannisters.
Right.
But he didn't even really attack Tywin. It was all like it was all focused on Cersei.
She's the easy target.
It was funny.
She's the easy target, and she got so fucking mad, dude. She was mad the whole damn time, cause dude, you remember she even bitched out Pycelle.
Oh, right.
Fucking leftovers.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, you gonna go ahead and you gonna pick a fight with Pycelle, cause he can't fight you back. But you weren't saying that shit to Marjorie. You wasn't popping that shit off to fucking Oberyn. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This was not Cersei's episode at all. It wasn't.
No.
She just got clowned. No.
I will say, Larry, what do you think about this? So I was talking to Kayla, and she said she actually felt bad for Joffrey in the end.
Oh, fuck.
Because of Cersei. No, she said she didn't feel. Oh no, she felt bad for Cersei.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't even feel bad for Cersei. Cersei is one of those ignorant parents that don't realize how bad their kids are.
That terrible parenting. It's terrible parenting.
And I
look at it.
I just really didn't feel bad at all. I guess it's sad for any mother to lose their child, but when your child is Joffrey, I don't know. I mean, do I really have to feel bad for you?
You're a terrible parent. I hate to bring that up.
How the fuck can you feel sorry for Cersei?
I guess because she lost her son. I don't know.
The hell?
It threw me off too.
That's such a preposterous statement. I can't even process. How could you feel sorry for Cersei? Why? Okay. Someone telling me they feel sorry for Cersei is like someone telling me they feel sorry for Jeffrey Dahmer's mother.
Dang, that's a good analogy.
That's
a very good analogy.
Fucking monster. Why the fuck should I feel anything? No. Okay, no. You know what? I take that back. Because I do feel sorry for Jeffrey Dahmer's mother. She didn't sign on for that shit. But Cersei? The evil shit this bitch did to help Joffrey? I mean,
that's the thing, yeah. Because she's, in a lot of ways, she's just as bad as Joffrey.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. This isn't an instance of the the parent who's the victim of the actions of their children. No, this is not one of those.
No. She literally is just. I mean, the only thing you could possibly credit Cersei for, Larry, would be that she wouldn't have killed Ned. She was going to send Ned to the wall. That's the only good thing she's ever done in the entire show. You were probably happy about.
Well, see, here's another misconception. I think a misinterpretation or impression that I think I'd give off. In any given story with any given villain or any given antagonist, I can at least respect the ones that get their hands dirty. See, that's why that's why I never had any like animosity towards the Hound. You know what I mean? Because he was somewhat of an antagonistic character, but he was a fucking soldier, and he was the one who did the shit himself. When you talk about characters like Cersei, when you talk about characters like Littlefinger. Or even characters like to bring back an old school example, Viserys, motherfuckers who scheme, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who work in the fucking shadows, and aren't willing to get their fucking hands dirty. Those the motherfuckers I can't even respect them. You know what I mean? That's one of the main reasons why with Joffrey, I never fucking respected Joffrey. It's another reason. Any of my Game of Thrones viewers, you guys will remember I said this in season 2 when Theon kills what's your boy name? Sir Roderick.
Mm-hmm.
When he kills Sir Roderick, it takes him, he has to hack at his fucking head in order to behead him. However, last season when was it last season when Rob had to kill
it was
Caster.
Karstark. One hit.
Yeah.
That's all it took. One swing. And that illustrates, because those two characters, one is noble and is justified and is carrying out the law, and this is that and the other one's selfish and petty and fulfilling their own, that type of shit. But pretty much the point I'm trying to get across now is that it's more along the lines of the same thing I said about Theon in season 2. When the scheming, the backstabbing, the money grubbing, the ass licking, appropriately mentioned by Robert in season 1, those motherfuckers I can't respect. I can at least respect a motherfucker who's willing to get his hands dirty. That's why when Theon took over Winterfell, for the most part, I could at least respect him up until the part when he started lying. You didn't get Bran and Rickon.
Yeah.
You killed some other innocent boy. See, at that point, it was like, okay, yeah, now I can. If you're gonna do your dirt, fucking do it. Do it expeditiously. But yeah, so no, I don't feel fucking sorry for Cersei at all. Hells to the fucking no. Whoever killed fucking Joffrey did everyone a favor.
Yeah, especially when you see what he did. I mean, for Christ's sake, he didn't just rub it in Tyrion's eyes. He rubbed it in Sansa.
Oh, that play was disgusting.
That was despicable.
Oh,
that
yeah.
play was despicable. To make a mockery of the entire war.
He's making fun of Ned. He's making fun of Renly. He's making fun of Stannis. He's making fun of the Greyjoy. He's making fun of every goddamn family in that play.
Well, to be fair, Stannis deserves to be made fun of, but it is not Joffrey's right to make fun of Stannis. That's Tyrion's right. Joffrey didn't fucking take out that fucking fleet at Blackwater. Tyrion did.
Exactly.
And then Joffrey didn't fucking defeat him on land. Tywin did that. So no, Joffrey doesn't really have the right to
do anything.
I'm sorry. That the scene with the fucking with the vision just popped up with Bran's vision, and I'm rewatching it.
Do you think that's King's Landing or is that Mira? The dragon flies over.
Wait, say that again?
Do you think that was King's Landing or was that Mira? Manera, the town that Daenerys is marching to.
Marine, you mean?
Marine, yeah.
Where?
In the vision where it shows the shadow of the dragon. Do you think that's King's Landing?
Oh no, that was Marine.
That's what I thought too. Me and Zora were talking about that when I did his live stream. He thinks it was King's Landing. I said, I don't know. That's a real far projection. That's a real far projection.
Yeah, it would make more sense.
Because that's not happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, dude. What did trip me out? Another image I forgot about that vision. Do you remember the snowed-in red keep at the end of season 2? When
yeah.
That showed up in his fucking vision. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, trippy shit. I heard some tapping on my window a couple of seconds ago.
Question is though, was that the past or the future? Because was that maybe from the previous winter?
No, dude. I don't think that was meant to be literal.
Okay.
I don't think that was meant to be literal. Because you remember it from Danny's little thing at the end of season 2 finale.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, hell. So what? Wait, I'm trying to remember what. Where did we leave off? Because I had just got done. Oh yeah, the play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but dude, that's why I say it was like one long bad joke that just took too long to get the punchline.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I love Tyrion even more after this because I respect the shit out of Tyrion, especially when he like Joffrey's like bow to me, and Tyrion just looks at him like, nah, and then Joffrey's like, I said bow, and Tyrion's just looking at him like, nah,
No.
Nah, I can't.
and then it just
I'm not
gets silence, and then there's just like dead silence. You can hear a pin drop, and then Marge's like, look, the pie,
The pie.
like I said, Margie was on damage control this entire time. That was Margie's role, damage control. But I respect the shit out of Tyrion for just not like, look, you can only push me so far, bro. I'm not gonna do it.
Well, I mean, they already had that because remember he damn near pulled a knife on fucking
Yeah.
Tyrion during his wedding. So,
What do you?
I mean, I say Tyrion, Joffrey. He damn near pulled a knife on Joffrey during Tyrion's wedding. So,
Yep. I mean, yeah, the conflict between Tyrion and Joffrey has been since season 1.
okay, now I'm watching this wait and see. I want to see what's going on with the thing with the pendant and all that jazz, because
Because like Elena goes to Sansa, and basically the Cold Conversation basically she's offering Sansa a vacation at High Garden. Like,
right.
when this is all over, come see High Garden for the first time. When this is all over. And I didn't, when I first watched it, I didn't look at that. I just looked at it because Elena does have a soft spot for Sansa. That's how I looked at it. I mean, that's been in last season. But
yeah, I just saw the bronze scene. I think that motherfucker's lying. he is. Fucking Shay is dead. I think so too. I think she's dead.
Wow. Shit.
Oh really? Huh. Okay, hang on. Here it is. Let me see.
oh, someone thinks the dragon scene is actually from the past. Because she says Dany's dragons are not going to get that big. Or not that big. To where they would take out House of Shadow like that. That's interesting. That's a possibility.
Okay, wait. Come on. Okay. So what was the theory about the necklace and Lady Olenna and stuff like that? What was it? Remind me once again.
The poison was somehow in the necklace.
The poison was in the necklace.
Somehow, yeah.
And that when Lady Olenna touches the necklace in that scene,
Maybe
later on she plants it in the cup or something.
Yeah, that's the theory because like
wrong. I just watched the scene. If that's the case, dude, that has to be a continuity error because that can't be. She touches the neck. I watched the scene, dude. She touches Sansa's necklace, and then guess what she does next? Touches her face right there by her mouth.
Yeah,
so how the hell is Sansa not poisoned then?
Yeah, that's true.
Touches her right by her mouth.
People think it. You know what I think? I think it might be the pie, and not the wine.
That's another theory too. We don't know if it was the wine or the pie.
Yeah.
Because he
ate the pie and then he drank the wine.
Yeah, because he's like, this pie is dry. I need something. I need something to drink. Basically, what he said. Most people are going with the wine, but it could have been the pie. I mean, it could have been the pie.
But I think weren't other people eating the pie as well?
No one took a bite, except for Joffrey. No one ate any pie.
Seriously?
Because Joffrey cut the pie, and the birds flew out, and then he cut himself a piece and he started eating it.
Yeah, then it could have been the pie. See, I figured it wasn't the wine because fucking everyone's drinking the same damn wine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's very interesting. I don't know. I think but I definitely think it's a much broader conspiracy than just one person's personal. I mean, I do. I mean,
Hmm.
it's there's a lot. I think there's a lot to it, and I think Littlefinger's behind it to get Sansa. What's the best way to get us hold of Sansa? To create chaos. And
Yeah.
Varys already said, Littlefinger will do whatever it takes to meet his own goals.
And remember what he said: chaos is in a pit.
Yeah, and it kind of falls back to that awesome monologue. It's all about the climb, no matter what. Do what you have to do.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, that. I'm not ignoring that possibility. I'm just trying. Dude, I think I've watched the wedding scene. This will probably be my third time watching it, third or
Right.
fourth time, and I still don't see how they fucking did it. I don't, because you don't see anybody slip the poison. You don't see it.
You don't. You don't. And they, you know what? I wonder if they did this in the. I don't know if they did this in the books, but that's the thing about this. The way they did this too in the show. They did a great job of just so many suspects, because so many people I mean, they make it look like it could have been Tyrion. They make it look like it could be Sansa. They make it look like it could be this. There's so many suspects. Zorro fanboy, he actually thinks it wasn't even meant for Joffrey. He thinks it was meant for Cersei.
Ooh.
Zorro fanboy 124. He thinks that it was if it was a Tyrells, it was meant for Cersei because she would have been a problem later on.
Shit.
Nah, I'm not buying that at all. A bigger problem than Joffrey. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, the only thing that kind of supports that is that threat that Cersei made to Marjorie in season 3. And maybe Marjorie didn't forget about that shit. It was like, okay, bitch, I got your number.
It still wouldn't matter. Once Marjorie was queen, she could do whatever the fuck she want.
That is true. That is true. Someone said Jogging Hagar killed him. He used the death.
Wouldn't surprise me, man. We don't even know what that motherfucker looks like anymore. That motherfucker could be any one of these people. But yeah, dude, I didn't see, dude. Not only, I mean, of course, for a good mystery, you would never see the person actually slip the poison.
Right.
But dude, there doesn't even seem to be a moment where it was possible. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like I remember somebody said, "Oh, Tyrion did it when he went under the table for the cup," but Tyrion never picked up the cup from under the table.
Oh.
Sansa did on the other side of the table. Tyrion is all the way on the other side of the fucking table from the cup. So Sansa picks it up. Now, yeah. Then I think after I read that, I was like, okay, maybe Sansa might have slipped it when she picked up the fucking cup. But then the thing is, she gives it to Tyrion, and then he pours the wine, and then Joffrey drinks from it, doesn't he?
Well,
But Joffrey doesn't drop dead then.
No, like I said,
actually,
it only happened.
Who was it? Tyrion that poured the same glass of wine? Who poured Joffrey's wine right before he croaked? Was it Tyrion?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I don't think Tyrion. If Tyrion really wanted to kill Joffrey, he would do it he wouldn't do it because he known at that moment he would have been the prime suspect. He's not that stupid. He's not stupid.
Exactly.
Forever. Didn't happen until.
Oh shit! Hey, I gotta watch it. Oberyn. Okay, Cersei started it. That's why, because she insulted homegirls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because the second she said that, both of them looked at her like, for so many years, must have left your neck a bit crooked.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Nigga said it's called the rich man disease. I wonder why you don't have it.
Oh man.
It's funny.
Ooh. I think that was a threat what he said when he mentioned Marcella. I think that was a threat.
I want to see. I can't wait to see Oberyn fight because I heard Oberyn is actually a beast.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see him fight. I heard he's a beast.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out when that's supposed to be because they show a clip in the trailer of him fighting.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Was that one of Danny's guys or was that Oberyn that did the little flip?
I think it might be Oberyn.
I think that was Oberyn.
Wow. Shit. That's awesome.
I think it was. Because actually, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was. Because I thought he was wearing that yellow outfit.
Yeah,
But now they got the little play going on. I wish I could just fast forward this to the fucking murder scene again. Because I'm telling you, dude, I don't.
I'm just, I am glad though. I'm glad Joffrey he died slowly. He was like,
and it's so much. Oh God.
Because I mean, like Ned, he knew it was coming, but it was just one clip, like done. I mean, Robb, yeah, he got shot with some arrows, lit up with some arrows, but Robb's a pretty.
And he got stabbed. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, he got stabbed. Robb got, but like, I mean, to be honest, Joffrey deserves the Theon treatment, but this, I'll suffice for this,
Yeah, actually, you know what? That's funny that you mentioned it. Yeah, Theon got it much worse than fucking Joffrey did.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even do it. And he didn't even do nearly as bad shit.
No. Mm-hmm. I mean, why you gotta go for the manhood?
All right, Bonkai. I gotta ask Bonkai. What's worse, the Griffith treatment or the Theon treatment?
Oh man.
I just mentioned Berserk in one of my videos.
My bad.
Listen. There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse in this world than you're looking and you're saying, "Oh, I'm about to have a good time," and then
nothing's there.
Nothing's
there.
And you lose it.
Oh, you know what's worse though about the transition from the Theon Ramsay scene to the Tyrion Jaime scene? What is Tyrion eating?
Oh yeah, that sausage. Yeah.
It's so good.
But I mean, yeah. Joffrey's dead, thank God. It was long overdue.
You know what needs to be played? The song from Wizard of Oz.
Oh yeah, the way, yeah.
That was
nice. That was real nice.
Wait, what?
The Wizard of Oz song from The Wicked Witch is Dead.
Mm-hmm.
with the dwarfs, they should just come out and they should just.
I like what the way the fact they played the Reigns of Casimir at the end of the episode.
Wow, yeah, that was.
And that was like a new rendition too.
Yeah.
That was sweet. That was sweet.
A little lighter though. I mean, I like the one they had in season 2. That shit was ominous.
Oh yeah. But
that shit was ominous.
And of course, Larry's remix that he posted yesterday on Facebook.
Oh, you read that?
I read that.
You read that? Okay. FYI for anybody watching the stream and whatnot, or who will watch it hereafter, what Rick means when he says the rendition of the Reigns of Castamere. I wrote a rendition of it. Long story short, I had a wrote it in my house for about the last month or so, but it wasn't until last weekend he brought his ass up here, and he left some droppings and whatnot. So a couple of days ago, I get my hands on some heavy duty traps, set that sucker right up in that corner, and I told my neighbor who stays in the apartment under mine, I said, dude, I'm telling you, first night we put these traps out, we're gonna catch that son of a bitch. Lo and behold, woke up what was that, Wednesday morning, trap was gone. It was gone. I was like, what? Look over at my steps, my sandals that I keep, I keep at the head of the steps and whatnot. My steps were all thrown around and stuff. My sandals were all thrown around and stuff. I was like, dude, who broke into my house? I haul ass downstairs, man, see the chain still on the door and it's all locked up. So I go outside, I'm looking around, I'm like, dude, what happened? What happened? Come back inside, saw that motherfucker at the foot of the stairs. He dragged that motherfucking trap all the way down the steps, thrashed around. I mean, the motherfucker died violently.
Damn.
And that was a big bitch too, dude. He was big.
Shit.
But I got his ass. So yeah. Yep. He learned that day. Do not he fucked with the wrong Homo sapien. Alright, so now, ladies and gentlemen, we have gotten to the point of right before the poisoning. So I'm gonna look at this. Okay, the cup is dropped. I'm gonna commentate this thing. Joffrey drops the cup. Tyrion goes and get it. Joffrey kicks it under the table. So the cup is under the table at this point.
Sansa picks it up.
No, she hasn't done it yet.
Okay.
Sansa gets up now. Tyrion's looking around. Now she picks it up.
Mm-hmm.
And she reaches over the table, hands it back to Tyrion.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tyrion hands it back. No, wait, no. He doesn't hand it back. And now he fills it with the wine. And now he hands it back. And this is the whole kneeling part.
Right.
Kneel before your king. Dude, when I was watching this, I was like, kneel before Zod.
Tyrion's like, no.
Anyway, but the point of me sharing that story was that, yeah, I wrote a rendition of the Reigns of Castamere talking about the fucking rat and how he got destroyed. Okay, now the pie comes out.
And
okay, Joffrey took the cup from Tyrion and drunk, hands it to Margaery, and Margaery puts it down.
Okay.
Now, see, I didn't even pay attention. I didn't even know that Margaery touched the damn cup. But he drinks, gives it to Margaery, she puts it down, and then he goes to cut the cake, the pie. Fucking pie. Fucking pie. It's supposed to be cake. And Marjorie's the one who feeds him the pie. And he only had one bite of the motherfucker.
And then he drank.
And then he like, this pie is dry.
Okay. Later,
No.
Elena couldn't have done shit. She never comes in contact with that cup.
No.
Omar Moreland. No, we established that there is a crystal mixing from necklace. Larry already said though, if it was the crystal, Olenia touched her face, that would be a continuity error. We
Yeah.
know that there was a crystal missing from the necklace. We get that. So we did catch that.
Wait, somebody said there's a crystal missing from her necklace?
Yeah.
No, there's not. Hang on. Thank God for DVR, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, there isn't. I'm looking at it right now. Hang on. I want to get a good motherfucking shot. Missing from her necklace. So no, there's no crystal missing from her necklace, and then the whole thing about Lady Olenna must have done something because the cup was placed in front, near her or something. No, it wasn't. That cup was placed by Marjorie's plate on their table, not hers. Lady Olenna's sitting at a whole nother fucking table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Olenna wasn't sitting with Marjorie.
Nope.
I forget where. No, she was sitting next to Marjorie's dad, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Their table's next to theirs, but it's a completely separate table.
Right.
Damn.
So yeah, it has to be the pie.
Yeah.
It has to be the pie.
It has to be the pie. Because when he was dying, there was shit coming out of his mouth, and it looked to me like the same color as the cake.
Yeah, he puked.
So, but whoever made that pie killed Joffrey.
Mm-hmm.
Killed the baker.
Yeah. So it has to be the pie. Cause I don't see anybody else eating that pie either.
No one made the pie. I mean, I guess it could be assumed that Joffrey would be the first one to eat it. I mean,
Yeah, it's just like the groom, and stuff.
Yep, and here he goes. Cough, cough, cough. Oh, wait, I take that back. Tywin just fucking took, but he never put it in his mouth, though. But he just forked that pie.
Tywin's face. Tywin's looking at it like, fuck me. I just finished this war, and now I gotta clean up this fucking mess. God damn it.
Yeah, Come on, Jamie. Hurry up, Jamie. Yeah, he said, if you want to live, leave with me now.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
He knew something. He knew something,
Exactly.
Clearly.
Exactly.
Wow.
Woo! Woo! That motherfucker turning purple.
Yeah, he got purple spots and shit. Yeah, I was freaking out when he saw that shit. I was like, yo, God.
And yeah, look how Tyrion looks as he picks up the cup. He look like he don't even know what the hell is going on.
Nah, Tyrion's like, fuck, I am so gonna get blamed for this.
Oh, you think so?
Tyrion's like, fuck, oh, God.
Nah, dude, nah. It has to be the pie, bro. It has to.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing about put away all the notions about glasses or necklaces or wines, anything like that. It has to be that damn pie. I just sat here and watched this motherfucking scene in real time with 106 witnesses watching. It has to be the damn pie. It has to be.
because everyone was drinking the wine. No, we didn't see anyone put anything in the cup.
No, and it's like I said in my review. Even if Tyrion and Sansa could have slipped something into that cup, everybody is looking at them.
Right.
Literally, a wedding reception full of people are watching them.
Yeah.
And I don't see. Look, I mean, Sansa would be the next suspect after Tyrion because she does have the most motive to kill Joffrey. Unless she was like YOLO, I don't care anymore. Fuck it. She would. She knows she's gonna. I don't see Sansa doing it. I don't think Sansa doing it. I don't.
No, I don't think so either. But now that you mention that, it does make that at least makes some sense that the fool would get her out of there, even if he didn't have like let's go ahead and say he didn't have anything to do with it. He knew that if in fact the king dies, she's going to be the first suspect. Why? You're the sister of a rebel.
Right. The king takes credit for murdering your family. You have the best motive.
Mm-hmm. That actually does make sense now that I think about it. I don't know. Maybe because we know Sansa, so we know she's not capable of anything like that. That's why I would never consider that. It's like
I can see Uber getting on her cases about that assumption.
Yeah, and it looks like they got the fuck up out of there.
Damn.
I'm gonna tell you what's some real bullshit though, because I'm watching the preview for next week's episode. I mean, for the upcoming episode. If they bury that sword with Joffrey, I'm gonna be pissed. That's fucking Valyrian steel, dude. You better take that motherfucker and fucking cast it down, use it again. Don't bury that with that son of a bitch.
Pass it on to Tommen or something.
He doesn't deserve that sword. Get the fuck out of here.
I know exactly, man. Exactly.
All
right. Well, anyway, I mean, this hangout pretty much lasted a bit longer than anticipated. But it is. I mean, it's a hangout. It is what it is.
Yeah.
This one is, and I know this one is a lot less formal than the one last week. But hey, it's Friday. Sue me. So guys, any final thoughts on this week on episode 2?
Very well done. And what's funny too is now, this is it looks like this is the second half of the story now because now we're in a whole new conflict. The more or less the War of the Five Kings, yes, Stan is still out there, but it's pretty much been somewhat wrapped up to where now we have a new conflict to move the story forward. So very well done, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to next week's the follow up. So.
This was a great episode. I kind of want to see what happens next week with Dany, where it looks like she's going to be flinging logs or something at the city.
That's just catapults.
Yeah, catapults. So that should be interesting. But this was a great episode. Joffrey is dead. Good riddance. That's what I said. Good riddance.
Hate that motherfucker.
Hate him.
You know what, though? I think we really should, though, salute the actor that played Joffrey, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Gleason?
He truly did an amazing job because he did it. We are supposed to hate Joffrey the way we do, and it's because he did an excellent performance through his entire stay through the show.
Oh, definitely.
So I really do commend and he's a teen actor, so hopefully he has a bright future ahead of him. Oddly enough, Jim told me he's actually the kid from he was Commissioner Gordon's son in The Dark Knight.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, did not know that.
So I hope, and that's said with all the Game of Thrones actors. I really hope they have.
No, it's not.
That's what Jim told me. No.
No, that's wrong. They don't even look alike. From The Dark Knight.
Yeah, that's what Jim was telling me. I was like, really? I was like, okay.
No. I'm looking that up right now. That doesn't even sound right.
Actually, yeah. True. Sounds fishy.
They don't even look alike. Actually, I might have to IMDb this. Or maybe I not. Let me see. Nah, let's see. Melinda and Nathan Gamble as Gordon's wife and son. Yeah, Nathan Gamble.
Oh, okay.
That's the kid that plays Gordon's son.
Yes.
All right, I'll have to tell Jim he was wrong then.
He was wrong.
Because I mean, it wouldn't have surprised me if it was, you know. But
Yeah, James Gordon Jr. Yeah, that's him. So no, that was wrong. Yeah, I mean, he does a great job at portraying the character, but I don't really see him. I don't see a bright acting future for him.
yeah.
I don't see, because here's the thing. When you play a universally despised character, it's very hard for you to find work after. A lot of times, especially with young actors who don't have a name behind them, they get typecast. Case in point, anybody fans of The Sopranos?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Good.
You remember the kid who played AJ?
Oh, right. Yeah, he hasn't.
You seen him in anything since The Sopranos ended since 2007?
No.
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there are many other examples of this. I mean, hell, Ash. There's examples of typecasting. Period. I mean, hell, a completely separate example of this. But fuck, look at Tom Welling. What have you seen him in since Smallville ended?
No, yeah, I was about to say, or even what's the dude who played Lex?
Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Michael Rosenbaum hasn't been acting. Period, and that's not because he can't get gigs. That's because he chooses not to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because he was really, like, I thought he was he was really good actor. I almost want to say he was probably one of the best performances on Smallville, along with Tom.
Yeah.
As Lex.
I would say his is better.
Yeah, I mean.
But then again, that is a bit different though, because Michael Rosenbaum has done stuff before. Michael Rosenbaum's been doing voiceover work.
Okay, cool.
Because he was in Justice League Doom. He was in what was the I forget the other DC animated film he voiced. No, yeah, Michael Rosenbaum's been doing voiceover work. Oh, so he's still doing that. But I mean, even before he did Smallville, he did other acting stuff. Like Michael Rosenbaum wasn't an unknown in the same sense that like Tom Welling was. You know what I mean?
Right.
But another perfect example of this would be, with the exception of Radcliffe and Watson, what other and Felton, who was an actor before Potter. What other Potter kids you've seen?
Well, I'm not sure if this is true, but it's the ones who played Fred and George. They're trying to get in Hollywood, in California. They're trying to break in, from what I heard.
Outside of Harry Potter, like there were a couple of Harry Potter actors in Sweetie Todd, particularly the one that played Wormtail, and Alan Rickman.
Yeah, but Alan Rickman and
Alan Rickman's established. Yeah,
Alan Rickman and what's his name? I forget the actor's name. They're both established actors.
Yeah,
I'm talking about motherfuckers who hadn't. I'm talking about the people who hadn't done anything before Potter. That's why I couldn't name Tom Felton, because Tom Felton was a child star in England before he did Potter.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like a lot of the kids in Harry Potter, they're English, so a lot of them go. Like I think the kid who played Ron Weasley, he's doing like Broadway acting right now, I think.
Ron? Because I know Daniel Radcliffe is doing Broadway.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe's still getting. I mean, he's had a couple. Like he just did a movie with Michael C. Hall a couple months late last year.
Yeah, no. Him and Watson have been the most busy, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, you're right on that part. Yeah.
But that's because they were the stars of that damn franchise. Oh, not to clown on any of the any of the the veteran actors like Maggie Smith and Rickman, Oldman, all them cats. Fucking Ray Fiennes. God, that motherfucker was so good. Oh, Ray Fiennes was Voldemort. God, I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, I don't really see Gleason getting work after this, to be honest. I hope he does. I just don't see it. He's not. I don't see him being one of the actors that breaks out from Game of Thrones. Not like fucking Amelia Clarke or Richard Madden. Dude, I've already seen Richard Madden in like 2 fucking things since Game of Thrones. I was like, what the fuck did he have time to make this?
Kit, he did that. He did that Pompey movie. Kit did.
Oh, Kit Harington? No, Kit Harington did Pompeii, and there was another movie he did. He did a little horror movie. The Silent Hill sequel.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the one with Sean. Yeah, him and Sean. Yeah, Sean. He was like the father. I remember. Yeah, he was in that.
Wait, Sean Bean was in the sequel?
Yeah, he was.
It's
loosely a continuation of the first one. It does where the dad and the Sean Bean and his daughter, it continues their story.
Oh, okay. So damn, so Ned and John were in the
And of course, do you see Peter getting any more work after X-Men?
Who?
Peter Dinklage.
Absolutely, absolutely, dude. Peter Dinklage has been acting for, I think, well over a decade. I've seen him in a ton of shit. That's why when he showed up in Game of Thrones, I was like, oh shit. Homeboy from Underdog.
See, I'm not like this is the first I heard of him. I mean, I love his acting. I love. I can't wait to see how he does in X-Men.
He's done a lot of kid stuff. Like he was the villain in Underdog. He was the villain on what was the name of that TV show? It came on Disney XD. It was about the secret agent kid, not Jet Jackson.
Aaron Stone.
That one.
Aaron Stone.
Aaron Stone. Yes, he was one of the villains on Aaron Stone. What else was he in? Shit, I'm trying to remember. But yeah, I had been seeing Peter Dinklage before Game of Thrones. I'm trying to think what. Yeah, there's a couple of actors. I mean, of course, Sean Bean and Mark Addy. Those are the 2 biggest ones. Everybody knew them before Game of Thrones. Homeboy who played Commander Mormont, he's been in a ton of shit. I mean, he was in fucking Troy. He was in Braveheart. I mean, he's been in a ton of stuff. Yeah, Lena Headey. I mean, she's been in a bunch of stuff before and after Game of Thrones. Shit, homeboy who plays Davos. I've seen in a bunch of stuff. Why can I not remember his name? Yeah, and no, funny enough though, dude, Charles Dance, the actor who plays Tywin, I went and looked up some of his stuff.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
He's been in a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah.
I went up and looked up his filmography after season 1 of Game of Thrones.
Wait. Someone posted in the comment, Amelia Clarke is going to be Sarah Connor in the new Terminator movie?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I mean, would you say she's too young? But
fuck no.
No?
Nope. No, she is not. But like that's why I said, dude, like Amelia Clarke is like she's one of the ones that's actually breaking out from the series.
Yeah.
I would probably say she is the breakout star of the series. Probably. Because I've already seen her, I think, in like 3 or 4 productions since Game of Thrones. So
I'm not but before you tell me all the other stuff, I always consider maybe her and Peter Dinklage as the breakout stars. But
well, I mean, Dickless is more famous than, I mean, he's bigger now than he's ever been. But he's been around a while. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
No, yeah.
You know, he's been around a long time, just like Jason Momoa. Same thing. You know, Jason Momoa was around for years before he did Drogo.
Oh yeah, I've heard of him before. And then like during Game of, I think it was like shortly after season 1, he got the role for Conan.
Yeah, I mean, dude, even homeboy who plays Littlefinger, he's been around for a while. I've seen him in stuff before. But yeah, clearly this would be his biggest role, his breakthrough role. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. So anyway, so yeah, we're just sitting up here chit chatting now. So let's go ahead and let's wrap this thing up. My final thoughts on episode 2, like I said, good episode. Looking forward to seeing what happens later on this season. That's pretty much it, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. I want to thank you all for joining me again this week. And just like with my review in the comments below, let me know your thoughts both on this week's episode. What do you guys think is going to happen later on in the season, so on and so forth. Please, no spoilers. Don't be a jackass. Like, dude, I love the comment. I love the comment one of my viewers left on my Game of Thrones review. They said, beware, for the comments is dark and full of spoilers.
I said, what was it? Was it your live stream, Bonkai? I was like,
you said
the internet is dark and full of spoilers.
Full of spoilers. Because, what was it? Retro Shinigami's like, oh, I know something.
And I was like, shut the fuck up.
Don't say anything. You're going to get yourself killed, man.
Yeah. The internet's full of assholes who just love to spoil shit. Dude, I even had somebody comment on my my Vikings episode review that I did last night about a potential spoiler. Now, see, here's the different thing, though. When it comes to shows like Vikings and like Black Sails and shit like that, and Da Vinci's Demons, I can't really consider those spoilers because it's all historical stuff. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I fucked around and I spoiled myself to the end of Da Vinci's Demon season 1 because I looked up a character on Wikipedia, and like in the first paragraph of the page they said something that happened, and I was like, oh shit, but that's my own fault because that's like this is historical shit. Whether or not you study Viking history or you know, colonial piracy or the Renaissance or anything like that, I mean, you know, that's here or there. But what I'm saying is this is all information that's, you know, easily and readily accessible. You know what I'm saying? Some of the shit you even learn in school. But when it comes to shit like Game of Thrones, no. There's only one fucking source for that information.
Yeah.
And if you don't seek out said source for information, you giving said information, no, that's a spoiler. Go fuck yourself. You know what? In all honesty, dude. Now, I'm not gonna be that prick, but seriously though, some of these motherfuckers who spoil Game of Thrones for other people like they do, I'm like, I should have it in my right mind to just spoil Walking Dead for all these motherfuckers. Seriously.
Well, see you can. I mean, Walking Dead, it's deviated so much from the comics, but you still could spoil shit.
Yeah, you still could.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
These motherfuckers, man.
Larry's like, oh, I got you. You want? I don't give a fuck about Walking Dead. I'll spoil everything.
Oh I'll spoil the shit out of some Walking Dead. Me, I will. So anywho, yeah, that's going to go ahead. That's going to wrap up this week's Small Council video segment. This is Larry Williams, OAW Commander in Chief, signing off.
And animerick, I thought I already gave my thing, so my bad. Animerick here. Thanks for the invite. As always, it was a good time. The king is dead. Yay! Let's party. Mainstream, I guess, is starting. So, you know.
Yeah, I guess we'll go over there.
We'll go over there.
And yeah, so Bankai, wrap it up.
Yeah, great episode. The king is dead. Fuck Joffrey. Fuck his mother. Fuck it. Yeah. And next week we got Danny. We got Tyrion in jail. I don't want to see him in jail, but anyway, we'll see where it goes. Falcon Nitro 2. See you guys later.
Alrighty. And one final note, guys, please feel free to join me on the Game of Thrones TV room over at Beamly.com. They changed the name. They changed the game on me. I was like, whoa. Went to Z-Box one day and it was Beamly. I was like, what is this? So yeah. So please join me in the Game of Thrones TV room over there on Beamly. I'm also a member of the Arrow and the Vikings TV room over there as well. Please feel free to follow me over there. Link is already in the description box. And until next time, peace.